Now we're good. Oh, I know what happened. Holy shit. Let me see. Let me see at what point this changed. Keyboard shortcuts. Love them and hate them. How you guys doing? Kieran? What are you doing here? You haven't been here in a long time. Welcome back. It's good to have you. All right. So I guess we're just going to jump into this one, even though I'm not 100% set up yet. So I was just kind of like getting things going, and then I was typing in chat. And the next thing I know, here we are. Yeah, so the mic, I wasn't even set up. I was like going live, just having a few sips of coffee, relaxing a minute, because this is a fantastic car that's here. So I'm stoked about this one, but I have to do a couple of things really quick. So we're gonna put it back to like the intro screen or something. I gotta grab some film, and then because we're doing this one's a color stable dye job, but it was like very last minute. Called it like 11, and then said he was coming down in an hour, and then next thing I know, it's like 2 hours later, and it's like Jesus fucking Christ. Do I ever remove quarter glasses? No, not really. Actually, no, never. There's like a couple I could think of that would benefit, like Honda Accords and stuff like that. But typically, I don't take most glass out. Well, I don't take like any glass out. So yeah. Have you ever tried ProTech window film? No, I haven't heard of them either. Having a cup of coffee, ready to learn? Oh, man. Cheers. Haven't used it, haven't heard of it. Sup Atomic, what's up everybody? Tint Pro Diamond, keeping up with Sosa, Charles, Kieran, and everybody else. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna go real quick right back to the intro screen. I gotta go grab something quick and fill up my air tank. So give me about like 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll come back. Now we're good. Okay. Should be good at this point. Yeah, I had to fill my tank and grab some film. But I think that's it. Everything else should be good to go. We got stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go too. Between here and mobile, I'm always dragging some stuff back and forth, and it likes to lock itself. It's one of those ones. No, we just have coffee on stream here. How do you manage the quarter windows when they have no border? What kind of car? I know you get some different ones out in the UK, but most of them here have a border, but if they're just like a rubber set seal, those ones I just butt up right into the edge. They're a lot more difficult. The first ones that come to mind are like Honda Civics and Subarus here. But there's usually like some sort of rubber set seal that you can like pry back a little bit and then slide the film back just a smidge. Woo! Fuck yeah. Dude. Kieran with a 10-pound super chat. Finally gone full time now. Thanks, Matt. Dude, that's fucking killer. Guys. Leave like fire emojis or something in the chat for Kieran. Dude, that's fucking awesome. VW Bora. Oh, I don't know what that is. But I can look it up. Oh, this is like, I've done something like this here. Yeah. Yeah, just cut those exact. I mean, do the best you can, butt them up. You shouldn't have a gap on the inside, but I'd still like use a lot of extra, like take a little bit extra to like, you know, take a tool, clean out the edges and stuff like that, flush it as best as you can. But yeah, I'm looking it up. It looks really similar to like some Jettas and stuff over here. Some older ones, yeah. It's a Jetta. Yeah, exactly. Can you talk about the legal part of starting your own business? Oh, you just got to file. Just like file an LLC. I mean, doing it out of a garage is another thing. Talk to insurance companies and just, you know, tax guy and whatnot. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say on that as like for right now. But yeah, like I don't know, some people use like LegalZoom to make it pretty straightforward and stuff like that. There's a lot of services out there to help guide you through the processes. There it is. I was looking for my for the cap for my tank. I knew I put it down somewhere. Yeah, business license for sure. Also broke the mug you sent me. No. Thank you for the super chat. Aw, bro. That sucks. I'm sorry. I think they might be on the YouTube channel. They're like, what are they? I'm trying to think of, they're like print on demand mugs too, so we can get you another one sometime. How do you cut the tint on the rear window? Oh, thank you, RB, for the 50 Swedish, I think that is. How do you cut tint on the rear windows at the top when the spoiler is in the way? If you don't remove the spoiler, especially when it's on curved glass. I've got a video actually on the channel. It's a Dodge Caravan. Yeah. My computer's chugging while I'm streaming. Dodge Caravan tint. I'll link it to you. Yeah, this one right here. It was like a whole live stream thingy that I did a while back. I'm gonna drop it in the chat though for you. Check out that video. That's how I do those. You kind of just like butt it up, start in the middle, make it like a little slice vertical too, and then just both ways. It'll line up pretty well. Hello, are you set up in your home garage? I am. making it look fancy. Ooh, I'm excited. My tiles, my floor, my race deck. It's coming on Friday. Wish it was coming like Wednesday, because then I'd have time. But Friday, it's gonna make it a little tricky to install. Probably start on it maybe a little bit on Saturday and Sunday. Maybe late Friday if I wanted to. But I got something coming in early Saturday. I need my windows tinted. On my 2012 Impala. How could I get in touch with you? I'm located in Warren. There's a couple of places that you can get in touch with me. The first is go to Detroit. You can email me, matt@detroittintstudio.com. You can also go to detroittintstudio.com and facebook.com/DetroitTintStudio. And you can find us on maps. Did you ask how much it would be? Oh, you didn't. But the sides and the back on that, I start those. A 2012 Impala would start at $240. The whole garage floor. Why isn't my... Something happened. Uh-oh. My text-to-speech is broke. I'm gonna see if I can get this going again. New. How do we fix it on the fly? Oh yeah, there we go. No, it's not fixed yet. Can I also get a price range? Yeah, all my windows to be 5 and I don't want the windshield tinted. Yeah, so all the windows to be 5, which is dark. That's what we're doing on this one though. Would be $240 starting on that one. So $240 for dyed, $300 for carbon, and then $400 for ceramic. The floor should only take about 3 to 4 hours. It should. Oh, alligator, welcome. It should. Hopefully it's not going to be that bad. The part that's going to take me, I think, the longest is just going to be like lining up the edges. And then I have this little like step right here. The little garage that has that, like it's got a 3 foot by 3 inch little step here. And then it tapers off with like a concrete thing in the middle that I have to cut around. So those are the things that I'm not like super, I don't know. I know you measure it, mark it, cut it, and it's going to take me a little while. Oh, Kieran with another 2 Great British Pound super chat. Thoughts on XPEL instead of Global? The branding. That's it. That's pretty much the only difference between those two. I wonder if it's somehow pulling in my phone. Oh. Yes, you did. Hang on. I gotta see if he's here. He left his phone in the car, which makes this fun. Come on, camera, don't do this now. I guess we can look. Oh, that would have been it. No, he's not here. How cold is it here today? It's actually not bad. It just started out chilly and I was waiting for it to warm up. God, this is really bugging me. Why isn't my text-to-speech working? Woo! Solomon, thank you for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. I'm trying not to miss anything right now. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Oh, bro, you're welcome. Glad you like it. Establishing secure video channel. I have a camera here and it's supposed to just connect, but it's not. Of course it's not, because I'm streaming and that's when all the things decide to go bad. Settings. All right, we gotta definitely have a major problem. Yo. Oh, I'm not hearing anything. All right. We're gonna restart this and see if we can fix it. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got a big problem. Fuck. That's no good. I'm guessing this happened when I walked outside. I can't restart though. I'm trying to think of what I can possibly do. Great. Okay. We gotta move. Oh, we gotta move this mic too. Shoot. Guys, we're having technical difficulties here, if you couldn't tell. Shit. There's like 50 things that I need to do right now. I wonder if I can restart my Bluetooth. Ooh, maybe I can do that. Hang on. Let's see if we can do that. Do you love working for yourself? Yeah, I like it a lot. Okay, we're turning it off. We're turning it back on. Oh, I think we're back. It connected again. So now what do I gotta do? I gotta do a test. I have it back. Yay. Oh God, that's always super fun. At least I know how to fix it now. Kieran, if you're in the market for high-end ceramic, XR Plus blocks more heat than anything Global has to offer. I also have a biased opinion. XPEL treats me like family. That's very true. Yeah, they do have a better film, but a lot of people know, like, on the back end, like, if you like Global, you're gonna like XPEL. So if you're trying to decide between the two, then it's like kind of a no-brainer to go on the XPEL side of things, at least with the branding and stuff. That's where it's interesting. I see your videos 8 years ago and still the same. I hope they changed a little bit. Thank you for the live stream. I've learned a lot. I would like to stay and hang out, but I'm at work, so I'll have to watch later. No worries, bro. Well, now I don't know if this guy's actually going to roll up or not. Because he left his phone in the car, and he said he was coming. Oh. Oh, I guess I just got to keep an eye out. I don't know. We're gonna try and power something. Okay, so we're gonna get started on this too in the meantime, and then we're just gonna have to cross our fingers that nothing goes wrong. But that's why I got this lovely little dealie. So we'll leave that up here. We gotta fix the mic. So many things. Let's turn on some lights. All right, 1 second. Sorry, I gotta move this. There we go. Whoa, alligator. Thank you for the $10 super chat. In the interest of bringing people value, do you ever have to overcome people asking if you are computer cut and being a little put off that you hand cut? It's never been a concern for any customer that I've talked to. And I think both have their selling points, really. So the way I've seen a lot of shops market themselves is some, when they computer cut, they will advertise that they don't cut on the car or something like that. But when you actually cut on the car, I could see, there's some concern there, but me personally, I'd advertise that the cuts are better. So everything's unique to the car that I'm doing. So I think there's a little bit of an advantage actually on both sides of the coin. Same thing with time. Some people I see that take longer to tint a car, or some people that are quicker. They'll just advertise both. It's just the way that you spin it. But I've never seen anybody actually put off by hand cutting here in person. I've always been a little bit more concerned with like the water and stuff that I'm spraying on the inside. Way more comments about that kind of stuff. All right, y'all, we're gonna get started. We got text to speech back. I figured out how to not restart the computer and get it going again, which is awesome. I think when I walked outside to grab some film, cool. Yeah, I think when I walked outside, it disconnected it from my computer, and then my computer didn't like it anymore. Have you ever done an older Mazda 3 windshield? I actually have an older Mazda 3 sitting out there. Yeah, they're a little curvy. Nothing crazy. I get the water thing a lot. Yeah, I want a better way to do that for mobile. So in here, I have plastic that I put on the door panels, especially when we're working on cars like this now. I mean, this is pretty crazy. So we have BMWs, Audis. What was the other one? There was another one, really nice type of car, but now we got a Lexus, not an older one. So we got to be careful on this one. All right, we're gonna switch it over to the GoPro. Cool. Thank you for all the videos. They encouraged me to tint my Subaru, but after all the work, there was awful dry residue that can't evaporate. Dry residue, that's probably like air trails and stuff, which is pretty common when you're new. It's just when you squeegee the windows, like when you're squeegeeing the air out and you go over a spot that's already been squeegeed out and you drag like an air bubble through it, you'll leave dry trails behind, especially in warmer conditions. All right, my dudes, what do we need? We need this guy, kind of. We need some film. We need the sprayer to get ready to spray. Cool, so that's good. Hopefully no issues there. Because I took a little while to put the cap back on. Sometimes it's got a little bit of an air leak. Let's get a couple of new towels, which we're gonna have to wash very soon. These are new, but I used all the nice ones. The yellow ones are the nicer ones. Do you do much tinting on lights? No, like headlights and taillights, not usually. I would recommend like a product called Lux. Forgot the other company. Start with, I think, a V. Vivid. Yeah, Vivid. They both have pretty similar products. All right, let's turn this guy on. the scrub it. A lint from the scrub it. Probably not. I mean, I've seen little things from like the 3M scrub pads get left behind. Very, very little though. You can try and like warm up the pad a little bit with a heat gun, because like if you cut off the edges of like the white ones, you can warm up the edges. And that'll kind of keep everything a little bit together, but I think they always have maybe a little bit of something. I only use them on the doors though. Claire from the BA Test Kitchen has entered the studio. BA Tint Kitchen. Forgot that we call it that. Welcome, man. Can we just pick up a little bit of water here? There we go. Squeegee it off. Ooh, we got, so this is on the outside. This is on the inside. So I saw a little bit of adhesive here. That's definitely from like a former plate that was on here. So interesting. Why do I get, let's see, why do you get small fingers on the just the dot matrix of the back window of a Golf? I mean, if you get a couple, it's not a big deal. You can heat them out. It happens to me sometimes too. It happens to me on a fair amount of back windows that, is that, no, that's on the outside. We don't have a whole lot of space to work with on these ones, but they're really not that bad. There we go, a little adhesive remover. Makes the world a better place. Yeah, we should be good. Cool. But yeah, like, you know, the outside of the glass, especially on the Golfs, they're a little bit extra curved down towards the bottom, depending on the year. So when you shrink them and everything looks okay, you cut it, polish up your edges, make sure everything's laid down, then go to install it, squeegee it out as evenly as you possibly can. And then if you have like a couple small fingers and stuff like that, like, don't freak out. Those can be pressed out. If they're like gigantic, then you're in for a problem. But you have little tighter dot matrix patterns and stuff like that, so don't sweat it too much. Some things will just take a little bit extra care at the end. Any tips for not creasing a back window when shrinking? Lots of practice. There's no magic. There's no secrets. Just lots of practice. Especially when you're new. Like, there's really not any shortcuts for it. Just part of the game. What tape are you using there? I tried this, but the table I got was rubbish. Oh, so this is my own little thing. This is Glass Aid. It's 10 mil, so you can cut on it. Because on a window like this, I don't want to cut on them anymore. Fuck that. I've had too many scary instances. Whoa. The quarter windows are a different color than the roll downs on this one. Interesting. Huh. Even Lexus with OEM glass. How do you get no air in the dot matrix area after it's dried? Oh, you can't really do much about that. You can like heat it up and try and press it out, but for the most part, it is just what it is. All right, so this is the film today. Normally we're using Avery. Today we're using Orbit because Avery has had some coronas. You've gained a follower, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. So this is basically like other film. We're using XPEL today. We're using global. We're using this. We're using that. I don't like the tape marks. Those always peeve me, especially for the like front doors. All right, stay roll of film. How y'all doing? You guys doing good? I tried to heat the glass and squeegee with a little chiseler, but it won't go away. Well, then redo it. You have like, so with tinting, for anybody that's new, you have like, whoa, look at the hydrophobic nature of these. Dang. Is there, maybe I haven't like gone through all my stuff. Hang on. It's been sitting for a minute. Okay, there we go. That's fresh. That's looking a little more normal. Okay. I should have 2 trash bags. I know, I should have a whole system, but I don't know what that system is. I'm just excited about my floor. I've had other stuff. I should have like, I don't know, maybe like a fancy metal trash can with an automatic opening lid or something like that. I'm still undecided. I have one just inside the kitchen. Maybe we should get them for the garage. But I don't want them on the floor, so. But doing that isn't exactly like a strong argument, so. So these ones, we got the mirrors that sit in the way. So what I'll do is probably overshoot how much film that I need on average, and then move it over to where I need it here. Yeah, it's we definitely overshot by a couple inches, but overshooting is more okay, because if we undershoot it, then we just have to cut more film. Ooh, wait. I have new squeegee blades. Do I have my... I wonder if this one's the same size. Probably not. This one looks big. Yeah, that one's big. Well, this one I need a... Where's my Allen wrench? I know you're here. I have too many things. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. We're going to change the squeegee blade. What do you do when the seal is so far down in the door panel, the shank won't even reach? What? Dude, you got like 3 inches of shank. If you, like, there's no seals that can't get past that. What are you tinting? Most windows just need like the first little like 1/4 of an inch. Even then, it's like 100% doesn't need to be underneath all the seals. We're gonna change out some blades. What should I use? I'm undecided. Should I use another Orange Crush? Or a Blue Max or a Flat Out? Hey! Jay Lopez with a $5 super chat. Keep it up, Matt. Following your channel for years. Been tinting about 15. Glad to always hear new tips and tricks. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I need you guys to like celebrate super chats in some way with like fire emojis or something. Blue Max. We got 1 vote for a Blue Max. Flat Out is a beast. Oh, cool. Glad to know that you like that one. We'll leave it. Hang on, I got the that's my daily driver. Awesome. Okay, so we got a clear crush right now. I did buy an orange crush. You know, I put a clear on here because I was almost assuming that we were doing C2, but we're not. So we probably should even swap that out for something else. Orange crush. Everybody's kind of like all over the place though. I vote. I think everything's even, so whatever I decide is what's probably gonna go. I gotta move this down a little bit. Plus, like, most of the salt is off the roads here, too. At this point, it's rained a bunch, so shouldn't have to worry too much about, like, a overly hard squeegee scratching too much, but maybe. All right, there we go. Yeah, so these Lexuses have really, like, small front ends, and this one's not the worst that I've seen. This one's probably one of the easier ones, but still not exactly super fun. Backside, there's nothing wrong with it. They taper them down so far. I was leaning towards the Blue Max, but maybe we'll give the Flat Out a go again. Because I haven't used it in a while, and people have been asking about it. So let's do this. How about, let me swap this one again. We're going to do, instead of the clear, because I kind of defaulted and I was like, going to do a clear crush for, basically trying to be a little bit safer if we were using like C2. So we'll go with an orange. And then we'll go with a Flat Out. We'll rock some yellow and orange today. Are you tinting on the outside of the window? Yeah, bro. It's new stuff. We just put it on the outside. No. Goes on the inside. All the cutting, all the shrinking, all that goes on the inside. All right, so there we go. We got the Flat Out again. Welcome back. Yeah, see, on this one, this is like a much better Lexus. So you got like, you really don't have much seal in the way. You don't have, like, these seals aren't a big pain in the ass, which is nice. Maybe like a little tight. Ooh, a little tighter right here. But they're not that bad. Sides are much easier. You just don't have like a lot of height to work with on those front ends. A lot of people like the Blue Max. New blades. New blades, where did I put you? There you are. I'm a little sad because I need new carbon blades. I let them run out or run very low. So we're gonna put a new NT. Gonna set this one down. God damn. Everybody's still debating. It's like it's a little squeegee war. Oh, we gotta pop this up. Just a hair. We snagged. God damn. Have I tried a trifold method? Oh, like the little taco? Like the yeah. I know what you're talking about. No, I haven't. God damn. I can't cut for shit right now. Whoa! KW with a $10 super chat. Struggled with the charger scat window. I watched your video, still couldn't get it. It's still bunched in the quarter. Thank you for everything. Aw, I'm sorry. Yeah, charger's just one of those. Charger's one of those windows that's. It just takes a little while to get used to. I think we're going to recut this. It's such a beveled. Hang on. Yeah, we're gonna redo this. See that little guy right there, that divot? I don't like those. And you see how curved this is? This bevel? These are harder to cut. Perfect. Especially at the angle that they're at. So what we're gonna do is actually just hang these here for now. Save them for like quarter windows or something, I don't know. But we're gonna recut this. Make this a little bit bigger. This is also a different film. I'm using a Eufy outside, and I have mixed feelings about the whole thing. It's got like a two-way microphone system, which sounded really cool. But it's been a little, I don't know, it's been a little buggy. Sometimes it connects fine, and then like the motion detection has really been like letting me down. Sometimes it works like when people get brought up close to the garage, but other than that, they, I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's like, I'm not super familiar with security cameras, and there's like a bajillion that I could have picked from. The two-way system sounded cool though, so I don't know. Okay, get it over a little bit. What happened when you messed up 2 patterns? Those 2 patterns go bye-bye unless we can find a different job for them. So these ones, a lot of times like when, okay, so specifically like for front doors, sometimes they're big enough to like, so a mistake, you could carry them over and cut them on the back doors. Not in this case, because these slope down so far. So we're gonna drag these down a little bit. That's the unfortunate bit about cutting, about double cutting. So we could try and just single cut these, and we might end up having to. It's just an awkward start. So if I can get the blade in and start it, then we're fine. Just with that mirror in the way, there's not a great, I don't know, there's not a great way to cut these. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I don't know. Have you guys ever run into those issues where like you start doing a thing and then all of a sudden you start messing it up a lot? This is one of those things where I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you exactly. I'm just losing my touch with cut and top edges right now. Sometimes, not all the time. So we're gonna check this out. I had to skip. Are we good? Not quite. That's why I like the idea of shaving too, because you never have to worry about this. Use a what? Jesus Christ, my dudes. I miss my carbon. I want my carbon blade back. How's that? Let's check it out. Yeah, we can touch this guy. A little right there. I think we're good. No, we're not. Ah, what the fuck? So we shift it up and we'll try it one more time. I don't know. I'm like losing faith in my top edges. I don't have a good answer why. I just am. I don't want to blame NT. I don't want to blame anybody but myself on this one. Tack top edge before cutting it. Yeah, I kind of do. But I wouldn't even say that's the whole deal. This film, I don't know. I have 30° for top edges, but I'm just out, unfortunately. But I used to do it all the time with these. These are NT's stainless. I'll get it. God damn it. Then you get like jumpy, right? Okay, there we go. That was much better. Okay, we're good now. That was just a big... I couldn't tell you. I used to have, like, I don't know. So I've always had this little trend of, like, running into problems randomly. So like I used to start pulling creases into my patterns at particular spots, and it was really frustrating. I used to like start locking the doors out of muscle memory without really paying attention to it. It's just like sometimes it just happens. So let's get this. What you plotter guys definitely don't have to worry about. Oh, damn. Oh, I heard that on my headset. Does that mean that? Oh, wait. Let me change it to that. Alligator. Here's my start for GoFundMe. Get Matt some new carbon blades. Bruh, it's not because I'm cheap. But thank you for the $5. I know, they're dumb cheap, okay? I know, it's not, it has nothing to do about being cheap. Too many things got in the way. I still had some, and then all of a sudden I went through a bunch of them because the ones I had left in the pack. So I ended up running out. And they're not exactly like, they're on order. It's just they're not exactly like the quickest to arrive. So this is one of those like, I wasn't even expecting to do a car today. Yeah, if I was, that would be the funny thing, if I was too cheap to get them. They're like, I don't know, sometimes a third of the price of fucking stainless steel. So we're gonna roll these up and probably save them. I like how everybody's calling out the 30 degree. You guys have good luck with those 30 degree carbons? I mean, that kind of means a lot right there, because nobody was really talking about those. So let's go. Yes, I pick them up off the floor and I reassemble them. I reassemble them into new blades. That's what takes up so much time. I'm too cheap to buy new blades, so I just try and reuse the ones that I have. KW with a $2 super chat, Carbon Blades Fund. Guys, we are $7 towards new carbon blades. They're usually $10 though, so somebody better step up with a $3 super chat. Thank you. Thank you for starting the Carbon Blade Fund. 3 more bucks. Who's got it? I mean, we can count all the ones from before, and we definitely passed it, but do carbon blades really make a difference for top edges? Sometimes. I don't think all the time. But the 30 degree, to me, like, okay, so the carbon steel portion, it's a sharper steel, or it's a stronger steel and holds its edge better. I've noticed I've had an easier time. Sometimes I get hang-ups with the stainless, as you saw here. Unexplained hang-ups. But I've been using them for years, so I don't really want to blame it on anything other than I just got used to something else, maybe. But the other... the 30 degree portion of it, I think, is what's really special. It's almost like cutting with a needle. So this, there's more with the 30 degree carbon steel. These are used, so I don't want to use them. So that's really like the difference there. It's just what's exposed when you're cutting it. So I like these better. It's just dull, so I don't even want to touch the window with it. Oh, let's just break off a bunch because we did our fronts. Ew, what the fuck is that? This is like a wad of hair. Yay! There it is! Don't even love this with GoPro. Raul Sanchez, I got someone put the tax, or I got you, Lowell, someone put the tax, $3 super chat from Raul, and then $5 super chat from Luis. My first super chat, I'll be a contributor, love the videos, bro, keep it up. Guys, thank you guys so much. Now I can afford carbon steel blades. You guys are awesome. I appreciate that. First super chat. Cool. Tax and shipping. Yeah, tax, shipping. What else? What other charges can we tack onto here, guys? But what they don't know is I'll just get them off of my Prime membership. We need to fund the next Prime membership for like, what is it? $100? Let's go, guys. Let's step it up. That's funny. I'm bummed I haven't done one of these in a while. Like, last one I did was with that Cadillac last week. It's just been like a goofy week so far. Better get to sun distributing. No, we gotta put this on the other side. I was there. I actually went there, but they don't have the 50 packs of NTs. They just have little 10 packs. I had to pick up some films. Avery is having a crisis right now. Good times. So I'm sure you guys are gonna start seeing this everywhere, but I'm not gonna name any names here. But you gotta remember, the world shut down and now people are coming back to work. So if you need some films, I'd get the film. Just received my Glacade and Shanks that I ordered from you here in Canada. Oh, awesome. Glad it made it. Somebody else. Oh, Arturo. Hey, Matt. How can I contact your website? What? How can I contact you? Oh, how can I contact you on your website? Tried ordering some stuff, and then I got to your Glacade, and it was gone. Glacade, yeah, Glacade's out of stock. It just shipped out today. Literally shipped out today. So I'll have it in the next like probably about 3 or 4 days. So it shouldn't take too long for it to get here, but it'll be back in stock not too long from now. Dude, everybody was... Right now, you can get it off of Sun Distributing, though. I sold like 600 rolls, and they still have... No, what is it, 4? How many do they have? They have 400 rolls. They still have like 200 left. So they're definitely in stock. All right, so we did this for the little film on the back. These ones don't have a dot matrix border either. So cool. Yep, that's perfect for that. Heat gun. Ooh. Another super chat. 1 second. What was that? Matt with a $5 super chat. Good name, bro. Just tinted my first vehicle over the weekend after watching your videos, a 97 Chevy pickup. Well, that one's not fun regardless. Thanks for all the info you put out. Helped me a ton. Dude, that's awesome. 95 more for Prime. Yeah, there we go. 95 more dollars to Prime. Dude, thank you. That's awesome. That truck would not be a fun one to do. Regardless. Anything that's more than like 15 years old, you're asking for other issues that don't exist as much anymore. Old dirty windows, stuff falling apart, certain characteristics like bubbly felt seals. A lot of modern cars are much easier than the old ones used to be. It's not like every car, but generally speaking. I'm stuck. You know, also judging by the super chats, I'd say a lot of more people are back to work. Are we counting fees YouTube takes out? No, not really. But that is something. I don't even want to bring that up necessarily. They make it fun. They platform everything. It is what it is. I can't be mad. I used to be. Do you guys remember which Lexuses have those coatings on them, by the way? There's like a particular Lexus that has like this coating. We're gonna put this one on the glass board. That has like a coating on the inside of the glass that makes it more hydrophobic and stuff. And then you're not supposed to take a razor blade and scrape it or you'll fuck up the coating. Yeah, the further I go on these rolls, the more of a pain in the ass they get. NX or UX? Thank you. You're right. I couldn't remember the ending letters. This one is a ES. But I didn't see any markings on the glass or anything, so. Ooh, this sticks good to this one. Nice. Hell yeah. There we go. That's much better. Scrubby, where are you? There's some scrubby. And then clay bar. What do you call that cover? Safety. It's my safety cover. It's a carpet shield or Lexus door panel cover. Okay, so first, let's take this guy. Cool. I'm just kind of clearing through this roll before I try another one. It's worked out pretty well, but there's been a handful of doors that hasn't stuck very well too, like, you know, most panel covers and stuff like that. Oh, interesting. When you go all the way up, it shifts back about like an eighth. I got it from Lowe's. I tried using one specifically made for like automotive, or at least one, tried it out that was like marketed for glass, but it wasn't sticky enough for the door panel. So you have to like, I leaned more in the carpet direction, and it hasn't left any residue behind. So it's meant to be stepped on and be used, and like you still peel it and it's clean. And being that it'll stick to carpet means it'll hopefully stick to a lot more types of door panels. Because it's really easy to get stuff to stick to like paint, but it's very challenging to get stuff to stick to like most door panels. There's no perfect solution. Yeah, see how like tight this is? Not tight, but like you need like a 3-inch squeegee for there. melted that one. Yeah. I bought 3 new ones, and then I forgot I have like stocks of some of them in certain places that I just misplaced. I need like a nice tool organization place in here. All right, boys. Hopefully this one goes well. Shouldn't be bad. How much soap do you put in your sprayer? Really depends on the sprayer. The rule of thumb is like an ounce per gallon. So like take a shot glass and fill it and then drop it into your spray tank. The secret is to always make sure the film can slide around a little bit, but then tacks up when you need it to. So sometimes it takes a couple squeegees to like get it to tack up, and that's not a bad thing. But if you just put it on the glass and it sticks right away, then your glass is either too hot or you need to add a little bit more soap in your spray bottle. God, these are so rounded. Lexus, why you do this? Like, look at how far down these come. They just make... I mean, you can't go any higher than that. But Lexus, why you do this? Why are your windows so round? Oh yeah, and we slide a little bit this way, so make sure we're a little over. Should be good. Aw, I miss the flat out. It's been such a good squeegee. I forgot how much I miss this thing. Make you excited to tint cars. Aw. Well, that's cool. It's an interesting career. Professional hobby or, you know, career, however you want to take it. There's a million things that you can do with it. Good deal. Let's roll this up. Well, that went up slowly. Bet you we're gonna have to put a charger in the battery. Is that 5? Yeah. Do they ever catch the people that stole Patrick's stuff? Nope. No, that shit was long gone. And trust me, it was not something he was hiding. 'Cause fuck, dude. He was down for a long time. That sucks. Oh, chat. You make me laugh. I like when he floods the bottom. It looks cool. I don't like the term flooding the bottom, though. But thank you. At least our door panel is nice and, like, protected. All the water's gonna drip through, like, the inside in places that aren't gonna, like, saturate anything that's important. You know, because the cool thing is when it rains outside, you'll still notice water, like there's gaps here. Water all comes down here, and that's on the glass. So same thing with the inside of the glass. It's going down the same channels. We're going to have to take apart a door panel to prove this, though, I think. Yay! That looks good. I got 5 on it. Hell yeah. Do I have problems with the tri-edge scratching? I have. I think what I'll tell you is I wouldn't blame it on the tri-edge 100%. I think as tools get worn out, they're more likely to scratch, so you need to replace them or do something about it. More often than not, I mean, they're like $3, just replace it. Plus, they sell the smaller ones. But also, some films are kind of touchy. I've definitely encountered that a lot more. What am I looking for? I'm losing my mind. Let's just grab a towel. Oh yeah, we got to put plastic. There we go. Longer. So this is, we still got a bunch of this left. Tri-edge yellow. Well, the yellow ones are going to be their hardest ones, so the pinks are their softest. So try using like the blues or the pinks. And it's, how do I say this? There's some areas and some windows with particular films, I'm just going to be a lot more careful. You can't treat every situation the same. So like these, for instance, right? I can sweep out into here, but it's not too tight. On some, like where you really have to press hard, I try and lean towards like a rubber squeegee or something and get it as close as you can and make as few passes with something like a tri-edge or whatever. If you really need a lot of pressure, because if you're putting like a lot of pressure to like get it in an edge or something like that, then it's just like the situation's a little bit more demanding. So you have to kind of adjust. But, you know, if I start scratching film regularly, like 100% need to replace it. Cheap film scratch too? Yeah, cheap film, expensive film. I've seen them all scratch one way or another. So that's why we were using the Clear Crush for a while. And I'm a little bit more cautious on the C2. With like a good strong dyed, like global and stuff like that, you can be a little bit more aggressive. Same thing with Avery. I didn't have problems being a little bit more aggressive. So it really wasn't until I started doing, I switched to like C2. And that's when I started noticing some scratching issues in the wintertime with like a flat out. So I adjusted to a much softer squeegee when I'm using like a film that I feel doesn't have quite as strong as a hard coat on it. this stuff can definitely take it. Are you clay barring? Yes. Something I picked up not too long ago out of necessity. Because I ran out of glass scrub, so I was like, fuck it, I got a clay bar, let's try using that. And then I started using both. Yeah, I really like it. You'll see, especially on the defrosters. Like, we got a 2019, and I'm going to make it look like it's 10 years old. With the shit I pull off of the defrosters. It's happened on every single one. So, really, really good for getting shit out of defroster lines and stuff. And top edges of windows, and just in general, it's almost like going over the window with like a tack cloth or something. Seems to like just make it that much better. And it's a quick thing that you can like rinse off and add it to your process without it like taking up much time. Oh, I don't change my squeegee blades often enough. I'd say. Sometimes I go a couple months. But it depends on how much I'm tinting. So I was going, like, I'll show you the blade. I was going a little bit too long on that last blade. God, I miss the flat out. Oh, it's so nice. This is like, so this install here is very reminiscent of what I was doing at the glass shop. There's really what I do most days at the glass shop. It's just good, strong, color stable dyed film. Pretty straightforward for installation. Nothing special about it. As far as like being extra careful or whatnot, it's just like sling and go. Hell yeah. You get a good amount of water with this blade. I love these things. All right, let's pop back here for a sec. Thank you. I've put some, Jeff gonna order a clay bar now and give it a try. Yeah, look for like, I don't think they're anything special. Look for like a fine grade glass clay bar. Oh, so you're familiar with, obviously, Obsessed Garage. So like, any one of their recommended detail brands for like a glass clay bar. So I don't know. I've just really liked it. Once we get to the defrosters, it'll be kind of cool. You guys will see. Do you tell your customers to wash their cars before they drop it off, or just clean the outside really good? I just clean them. With customers, like, there's only so, we're just trying to get them here. There's only so much that you can tell them. If OG sells it, I'll buy it from them. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant to say. Exactly that. But yeah, like as far as tinting, like do they need to wash it? No. It would maybe help a little bit, but for the most part, even if they've been mudding or something, it's not anything crazy. Dude, Obsessed Garage, I love him. Yeah, he's got a really, really cool channel. All right, we're gonna switch back and knock this quarter window out. There's just a few I wanted to talk about before we went to this quarter window. Yeah, Alligator was in the chat. He was on Obsessed, which was fucking awesome. We had a nice talk about that whole thing. He's done it a few times, which is really, really cool. Well, he's seen a lot of their cars, but so the question is on these, we got a little bit what looks like there's a little bit of a gap in between this hard edge and where the seal starts pressing it out farther. Do I have a customer sign a waiver? To be honest, no. I'm trying to, so I don't have a great answer for that, but what I can tell you is around my area where I've been tinting for a very long time now, I haven't needed to. Generally speaking, if you like, you know, do a quick once over the car, get a feel for the customer, stuff like that, like, I don't know. Most people aren't out to get you or anything like that, and if you were to damage something, you absolutely should take care of it, so. I don't know. I generally think most people price themselves into a particular market where you have more problems. And I got a good story for you. I did a Yukon, just the 4 doors, and it was in a really shit neighborhood. The Yukon was fucking falling apart. It was like, you're talking, the buttons were pretty much falling into the dashboard. The whole thing sounded like it was riding like in the Flintstones era. It sounded really fucking rough. And all I do is we pull it in, we tint the 4 doors, we take it out. They took the vehicle, they drive out onto the street and make a loop, come right back in and go, what are all these noises? What are all these lights on my dashboard? It's like, bro, fuck off. It's like some people are looking to like try to get once over on you. I don't know. It always seems to happen with really, really cheap customers. Have you ever noticed, like, you do a car for like, if you've ever done a car for like $150 and it was a piece of shit, and the next thing you know, you have the customer taking you outside and pointing out little teeny tiny specks here and there, and you're just like wondering like, dude, the car doesn't, it's like, yeah, price yourself into a particular problem. Your videos are awesome. My first time tinting will be tomorrow. Thank you for the videos. Oh, you're welcome. Good luck. Do not be surprised if it's the most frustrating day of your life. Car just shut off. We're doing the rear windshield, but we're not doing the front one. Tinting's a process, man. You'll definitely like just know we've all gone through it, and it can look easy. And doing it yourself, like it'll take a while to learn. So just don't freak out. is all I'm just trying to set you up for. Try spray away with your last squeegee. Ooh. That's an interesting comment. Don't you love when it grabs one little spot and then locks up on you? The sprayway comment. That's that actually sounds kind of cool. I'm guessing that like lubricates the glass a little bit too. Sprayway is like a really nice glass cleaner. I have it here, so maybe. How long does it take? Generally speaking, when I'm out in the wild, about an hour and a half. I've got a lot of those live streams where it's literally like almost down to the minute hitting an hour and a half. But here, it's been about 2.5 hour live streams. And I'm not even planning for that. Like, not even necessarily planning for it in terms of like trying to keep a pace or anything. It's just like taking my time, talking to chat. It's been about 2.5 hour tint jobs here. I don't want to run more than one in a day. I've pretty much determined one is a good happy medium. Let's hope that doesn't crease. Okay, cool. Holy shit. Had that problem with detailing. You hadn't washed the lady hasn't had her car washed in years, and then you wash it and then she notices all these problems with it. Yeah, and then what? That becomes your problem? Hell no. So on cars like that, I just look, they're trying to explain anything other than perfection is very difficult. The beauty of the tint job is in the eye of the beholder. So even when you're like, in your mind, you're like, God, that guy got an awesome deal. In their mind, fuck, they just had to pay you $150. Well, that might have gone a long way for them any other way. So I don't know. It always seems like just in that market, underpricing yourself leads to more issues. And I'll tell you who's not coming to you. Fucking these. These aren't coming to you at $150. You scare them away. Dope. That looks good. Do you take calls while tinting? Not really. I don't get hardly any calls right now, and if I did, I'd ignore them. If I'm being 100% honest, I don't like my phone calls so far. It's very impulsive appointments, and generally speaking, it hasn't been, I don't know, they haven't been the most reliable. It's like people calling, hey, can I get in today? And then the ones that I can't service right now, they like schedule for another day and then they don't show up right now. So that's my personal issues that I'm dealing with. People that I've scheduled through like my Facebook page with some good advertising and had some good conversations with them, they've all been no problem. So I don't know. I'm struggling with my own little things that I'm figuring out, but I know how this game goes. I've been around it long enough, so. over time, you build up a client base, you figure out what avenues work best for you. And I have this hunch that I'm hardly ever going to use my phone. I might outright disable it. How long do you have to wait to roll the windows down? About, with this weather, a couple days. A good install, you can roll down right away. Yeah, forgot to tell you the tint needs to be removed. Yeah, they roll up and they already have film on their car and they didn't realize that, you know, generally speaking, like a customer is not going to know the vast majority of what you know. They like their car, they want to get it tinted, they don't know the process, they don't know the procedures. Even if they've had it done before, like there's all these little things that they're never gonna know unless they've done a bunch of research. And most people haven't done that much research and they don't need to. So like, sometimes you just get those people where, you know, it's a weekend, somebody wants to get their car tinted and then they roll up and they didn't tell you that it was tinted before. Oh, Jesus, I've had that happen. Not fun. All right, let's grab our sprayer. And see y'all later. Have to get to my next client. Thanks for hanging out, man. It's good to have you. Oh, I like that name too. That's awesome. Somebody in the chat said something about thanking me. That was a really nice comment. 1 second, sorry. Trevor, may I want to say thank you for all you do. You have inspired me to start my own business. As of today, my business Tint Addictions is officially licensed. Dude, I like that name. That's fucking cool. It's got like the whole, oh, I don't know, like auto spa, like, you know, the tint spa I think is a really cool avenue to go down. Tint Addictions, I haven't heard that one. I really like that. Customer rolled up, had tint, 5-year-old tint, and then you had to add it to the chart. Yeah, and it'll kind of like, hey, as long as they're cool with it, like, then it's not that big of a deal. But it does like fuck with your schedule if you're not ready for it. Because what you planned for, all of a sudden, just turned into like sometimes an hour, hour and a half worth of labor. These back doors, much, much easier than that front door. Use the glass cleaner right before you install it? Like, are you saying do it on the glass on the inside, squeegee it, and then install the film? This one. I pick them up from Tint Depot usually Tint Depot. Jesus. Yeah, we gotta heat this one up. This one's a little slidey. Pretty sure we gotta put a charger on this at this point though. We can probably get through like one more. We gotta warm this up though. Just let it tack up a bit more. Right here. When I roll it up, it's a little bit more pressure right here. Slides the whole thing down. Not a big deal though. When removing film, is soapy water okay? Yeah, soapy water and a razor blade, yep, that's fine. Specifically on the door windows though. Yeah, that corner, bro. Spray away the soap. Oh, use the glass cleaner on the soap, spray it, and then install. Oh, that's interesting. I thought you were talking about spray it like at the very end of the install. Huh. I'm undecided on what I want to do. I'll try it. It doesn't sound like anything that's going to hurt. I'm more curious as to what it's leaving behind. But I mean, there's an argument for like baby shampoo. That's leaving like fats and stuff behind too as well, so. Door protectors, they're not very expensive. You're talking maybe 30, 35 bucks for like a 200-foot roll. I mean, you could do this, you could do like plastic bags, and like there's all sorts of little tricks that you could do. It's worked out pretty well so far being in here because I can just leave them hanging on a shelf, but I don't like using, I tried taking it with on the road. I wasn't a fan of trying to like hang it off of my cart or something. Yeah, it kind of has to be though. I mean, you're literally doing what, 2 to 3, probably like 3 feet on every door. Damn. Looks good. It's been a while since I've done like a Toyota or a Lexus. Their seals are so much cleaner. Before tint goes on it. Yeah, I get the concept. Why? Yeah, just for the cleaning process. Why, so I'm curious, so when you put it on the inside, right? Or what is it about the glass cleaner? Like, what is it actually doing is my question. Does it make it slide better? Does it feel cleaner? Hey bro, I take about 3 hours to do a truck. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, shit, we've been taking 2.5 hours, all these live streams. When I'm on the road, I try to speed up because I have a lot more cars that I need to do. So I'll typically be about an hour to an hour and a half per car. It feels cleaner. Okay. Let's see, we gotta make this just a little bigger. It's got like extra room at the bottom and the top, which is kind of unusual for like a seal like this. So we gotta make it a little bit wider. It's good though, because when you don't have the gasket pinching, it's a little bit easier to tint. But if you're taking 3 hours on a car, like you generally want to shoot to go a little bit faster. But you can definitely charge more for it. You know what I mean? Like, you're taking the time to make sure everything turns out right. And even if you're new, you can charge for that time. You know, at the end of the day, if you have a good job, then it's no different than my job. Except, you know, it was me that did it versus you. So, I mean, we're in a, so like look at things this way. I've been tinting for about 11 years now. And granted, sure, that means I have a lot more experience, but I'm in a new spot. I don't have an established reputation around my area, and I'm still starting out at like 240 here because I know what the market can support pretty easily off of 240. So my goal is to bump that up quite a lot. I'm just figuring out, you know, we're slowly building up a client base, we're making a name, and then we'll start raising prices once the demand really, really catches up. The glass cleaner is cleaning better. Okay. Where is it? Because I could do it on this quarter window. So you're using glass cleaner. I'm not going to do it on the front door because I can sacrifice a quarter window, but I can't sacrifice a front door right now, which I don't think I will. So what? Clean it on the inside with a glass cleaner and then use the soapy water? I mean, it makes sense too because you're using like something that's meant to clean the glass. That's kind of like, so what I will say is that's very much like what I'm doing with my my glass scrub and my clay bar, right? Those things are meant to clean the glass already. So doing glass cleaner on top of that, it's probably not 100% necessary, but it doesn't count against you either, so. Just a different idea. Yeah, that's cool. I definitely appreciate it. I like to talk through these and definitely appreciate it. But that's what, like, it's really what I've been trying to accomplish too with like the glass scrub and stuff like that. So like the difference from using just soapy water and a razor blade versus a glass scrub is you're actually like digging down into the glass a lot more. You're not just scraping surface. Like you're deep cleaning, because glass is not perfectly smooth. It's got pores and you can basically dig into those. Where with a razor blade, you're just like surface scraping. Only been tinting 24 years. Shit, dude. You need to be tinting longer. Nobody's gonna only listen to somebody that's been tinting for 24 years. You need to be tinting for 25 years. Come on. Not a bad profit. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, baby. Just glass cleaner? No, I'm not going to use just glass cleaner. On this one, we're tucked a little bit into the seals, but that's because it's got the space to accommodate for it. So a lot of time, got a couple little things to touch up. A lot of time, I'm losing my train of thought. I might redo this one. I got a couple of speckles here that I'm not super stoked. Yeah, we're gonna redo it. Not super stoked. The other one went really, really good. This one, not so much. We had a little bit right in here. Wasn't stoked. I'm not blaming that on the glass cleaner. I'm blaming that on the types of windows that they are. All right. At my lunch watching this, did my Honda Civic mess up, but gonna try it again? Good luck, man. What is each color of the triage for? Just different hardnesses. So you're not gonna have to like use the yellow ones on particular cars or the pink ones on particular cars. They're really just, everybody's got different preferences on material hardness. So whichever ones that you like the best, you know, basically the feedback that they get is from tinters where, you know, they'll make a couple variations. They're like, oh, if only it was like a little bit softer. So then they'll make a softer version to make those people happy. The molds are really what are expensive. And then once they have the molds, they can manufacture different variations much easier. But not for install? Bro, I asked you. You told me install. We must have been miscommunicated. Do I remember when we used to just squeegee it and let it stick and leave it to dry and then squeegee it with a paper towel? No, that was before my time. They've been doing this for about 11 years. So we were shrinking windows, 2-stage installations and shit like that. So takes me a day to tint a car and I ruin a lot of film. Sounds about right. It's tough. Like some people can learn it inside of a year and some people need a lot longer. So like even just when you're learning and you're making mistakes, like just keep going. It's tough. A lot of frustration trying to learn. I mean, shit, I didn't get halfway decent until I was really about a year into it. I got some pre-cut tint. No, not really. Just take your time, set aside a good chunk of the day for it, and don't be surprised if it all ends up in the garbage. Pre-cut kits, so they're handy, and that's what like a lot of tinters actually use, right? So a lot of them that use plotters, those are all the pre-cut kits, basically. So when they're marketed online a lot to DIY people, but there can be such a level of frustration with learning how to do it that when you get a kit, you only have one chance for every window. So you corner yourself into some difficulties there. Oh no, we forgot the plastic. God damn. All right, here we go. Okay, so the way we're lining this one up is getting all our edges covered. And then we're just gonna swipe it in one go and cross our fingers that it doesn't crease on itself. You ever consider getting a plotter? Technically own one. It's at another shop still, and it has been for like 3 years. No, a lot longer than that. Oh my God. Yeah, I gotta go get it. I was either, like, I don't really care about it that much. I was either gonna get a check or just go pick up the plotter, but I don't really have much use for it. So, I don't know. The plotters, they're workhorses, they're good tools. And if you use them, they can be pretty beneficial, but they're definitely like, I'm leaving all the cutting up to software, and the software greatly impacts the quality of the job. And there's a lot of softwares that just straight up suck. So there's about one software that's really good, and the rest of them are hot garbage. Starting with pre-cut was a bad decision for learning. It can be, it takes out half the struggle. So like a big part of learning is learning how to cut, and then the other part is installation. I mean, sure, shrinking for a back window, but generally on doors, it's, you know, you can learn shrinking pretty quickly on doors, but cutting and installing the pattern to the right size is always the headache. So plotter will handle a big chunk, you know, so if I ruin this pattern, I don't have to recut it, just go back to the machine and cut it. My problem is the software doesn't know the size of this window, other than what was input into it when it was first put in the software, right? So if this rubber is a little bit wider on this car, or the seal's a little bit tighter, or it didn't get put into the, like, basically a tinter cut it and a tinter installed it and then shipped it to a company, and then the company fucking scanned it in and didn't have any sense of quality control, right? Because they don't have the car there. So the way that a lot of them operate is they rely on customer feedback. So when it doesn't fit, then you're the one that's telling them to adjust it, and they don't have the car to actually make proper adjustments, and it just fucking sucks. So there's just huge quality control issues with most software, and people just say that they're great. Like, there's a good number of them that are frustrating. There's a couple of them that are okay, and then there's one that seems to be really fucking good. But even then, you're relying on software. So if you're in a higher production environment, cool. That's what they're made for. If you're just tinting a couple cars a day, I mean, do you really need a machine to cut out all your patterns? It's not going to save you that much time in the end. Still got to cut it, still got to weed it, load the plotter, deal with the software bugs. One second, I'm getting a phone call from spam. I gotta check my, 1 second. Wonder if that just fucked up my... Okay, cool. It's still working. Where's everybody talking? I don't see anyone in chat. Yeah, not a lot on Twitch. They're all on YouTube's. Would you recommend paying a shop or do it yourself for the first time? Pay a shop, 100%. It's not going to go, like, the install that you have in your head is not going to go as well as you think. Especially if you're just looking to install on your own car and, like, you actually want to roll around with a good tint job. If you're looking to learn it, then, yeah, practice on your own car for sure. But it's one of those things, it takes time and patience to learn. GoPro, that's what I gotta address. So let's put this here. Did it just die? We're that close. Twitch gang. There isn't much of a Twitch gang today. Something went wrong. All right, we're gonna fire up this GoPro again. One bonus of not being able to sleep is I get to see your stream. That'll do it. Have you ever used Cytec? Galaxy film? No, I haven't heard of it. Suntech, but not Cytec. I haven't not heard of them. Where do I buy my tint film? From there. All right, time to copy this again. I was just gonna check my GoPro. I knew it was a little bit longer. Hey! Copy. Is it gonna play it? I'm waiting for it. It should show up. Did it? Did I miss it? There it is. Hell yeah. Daniel Reyna with a $15 super chat. Thank you. How you been, buddy? Do I get my Avery from them? No, that's Geo. Avery I've been getting from Sun Distributing. Go live. All right, let's cross our fingers. This should work. We are back up and running. Yay! Still working. That's cool. Oh. All right. So what do we have, John? We got 4 doors. Almost done. So we're doing that one. We have 4 windows done is what we have. So we got that side, this side, we're doing the driver's door, and then the back glass. So this shouldn't take that much longer to do. Damn Daniel. Can we get a damn Daniel in the chat, please? I like those. All right, so we are going to get some plastic, cover that door. 1, 2, 3. Do you have those purple thingies? Oh, the tri-edges. Not really. I only have a like couple left. I can see what I have though, and try and get you some. I know Patrick has a handful. Well, he's got a bunch actually. They've been going out with all his dry shrink prep orders. But I'll keep it in mind. Let me see what I got left. Because they're kind of scattered around. I had a ton, and then I was sending them all out with like the certified tinter / tint stuff orders, and then they were all gone. So pretty much everybody that ordered through like the Christmas time got them. What do I charge for a car like this? This one was starting at $240 on the sides and the back. There's nothing, like, yeah, it's a Lexus, but there's nothing odd about it. So, standard pricing right now. My goal is to move those up, but we got to do it based on the demand that's coming in. A little bit. We're like, a little bit. Because what I want to do is basically get rid of my color stable in here altogether. But if I don't have content right now, you best believe we're still gonna do something to make some content in here. All right, let me see. Where's my scrubby? I will order just about a few in the order. Yeah, like his, so they'll go out with Patrick's stuff just because he still has some and I don't. God damn it, where's my stuff? Oh, good grief. I'll put it right here. Yeah, they'll go out, 100% they'll go out with Patrick's orders. Me, I have to see what I have. As far as what's left, but yeah. 100% can get them with him still, as far as I know. But if I got some extra ones, I'll send them out your way. I just don't want to run them out. Check computer. Quoted a guy for 300 and he said he found a guy to do it for like way cheaper. Yeah. Yeah, I get the same thing here. You know, it's sticker shock. People, like, that's the problem with my phone calls right now. Sticker shock for a lot of people. So 240 even is not what most people calling in want to pay. But when they actually get to see the pricing beforehand, before they call, or, you know, so like they're introduced into it on like Facebook Messenger and stuff like that. So it's on my website, but if they just search me on Maps and they call in, they're like window shopping through the phone, and those are the ones that are a little bit difficult right now. Because generally speaking, what most of them have been doing, basically what they've been doing is they'll call, and then they don't want to sound cheap. So when you tell them the pricing, they stutter for a minute. Not everybody, okay? But a handful of people in the last couple of weeks that I've scheduled, they all say, oh, okay, yeah, okay, yep, that's fine. And then, you know, you don't have any other real contact. You can call them the day before and try and line them up. Or like you try and get a hold of them again, and they just ghost you. So if you just let those appointments float until you're ready to do the install and it comes to that time, they just don't show and they don't call. So what we're probably going to be doing is phone calls that want to be booked in advance are going to have to leave a deposit. Everybody wants everything, the best everything for as little as they can pay. That's just the market. I mean, we're all the same way, right? To some regard. Now they're asking for ceramic, cheap ceramic. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Because, I mean, it's an easier way to try and get an upsell. I mean, fuck, you don't even have to... You're going to have shops that just flat out tell the customer that whatever they're doing is ceramic. And then the customer's not going to have any idea until it warms up a little bit. And they're just like, I don't know. I think that's what it's supposed to feel like. I think what's extra funny, though, is, like, following some people in the group, you see people that, like in the tint group specifically, you'll see tinters. They'll talk about, like, all these cheap customers, and then they want to get, like, graphic work done or something. And then they get a quote, and they're like, what the fuck? That's crazy expensive. And it's just... Well, that's what it is. It's like that in every field. Many don't show up. Yeah, so we're dealing with it. You take the good with the bad, you adjust your system, you figure it out. I'm leaning towards... I don't think I need to collect a deposit on everybody, but okay, so I'll give you guys a hard example. I had a guy call with a Malibu. And it, right off the bat, sounded pretty flaky. And you just get this vibe sometimes. And then, sure enough, comes time for his appointment, doesn't pick up the phone, doesn't answer a text, nothing like that, and it's just like no call, no show. And then he hits me up like 4 hours later. Oh, sorry, I just woke up. Do you still have time today? And then I had another one for this past Saturday. I was hoping somebody else would call and just want it impulsively, but that didn't happen on Saturday, so we didn't have anything on Saturday. And it happens. So, but I've noticed it's been coming from people who have no idea about the business and have no idea about, they haven't seen anything. They go on maps, they Google window tint, and then they make a phone call, and then they talk to you. And you don't really have a lot of opportunity right then and there to show them anything because you're on the phone. You could text them. So those that are getting scheduled a couple days out, what I'm going to be doing is say, hey, I would be happy to hold the spot, but I need a deposit first. Because I basically am not expecting them to show up. And if they don't give me a deposit and somebody else calls in that same time frame, they lose the spot. Not everybody likes that, but some people, you have to try and figure out a way to weed out the good with the bad. And on the quotes on Facebook, generally speaking, I haven't had any problems. I'd say I get a lot more inquiries, but when we get to that point of pulling in the job, they haven't been that bad. I don't know. A lot more Facebook inquiries that haven't panned out, but most of my phone calls, quote unquote, pan out, and then they just don't show up, so. Ooh, this looks good. Is there a certain way to is that Geo5? No, that is Orbit. It's basically, God, I can't say too much about it. We're basically using global. We're using Quarry. Just for a quick minute. Is there a certain way to squeegee roll, scroll up? Is there a certain way to squeegee roll up windows? Sometimes I get major fingers on the sides if I squeegee a certain way. Is there a certain way to squeegee roll up windows? Oh, you just gotta shrink it more. So, real quick. When we're two-staging, right, you have that line right here with the liner. So we squeegee what we can as evenly as we can right up here. And then when we roll the window up, we sweep everything out more like this way, kind of like at an angle, like down and then to an angle. And you're really just trying to like do it as evenly as you can. And if you have big fingers popping up, then you didn't shrink it right. Damn. Yeah, this looks good. This turned out super clean. So we gotta do this back window though. Shouldn't take that long. It's a pretty straightforward back window. What do you call that clear liner for the door? It's was it Carpet Shield? That one's specifically from Lowe's. But I'm sure there's like 1,000 different ones out there. Yes, that. The most recent comment, yes, 100%. It's kind of hard to talk about film sometimes because there's like smaller brands, and just from the amount of people that I talk to and being in the industry for a long time, and like really there aren't that many secrets, but you're still technically not supposed to talk about it, so it's that nod wink thing. Most films, generally speaking, there's only a handful of manufacturers, and most film brands come from a handful of different places. Most reputable film brands do. Most cheaper ones come from cheap manufacturers, pretty much. I mean, you can still get cheap film from a reputable manufacturer, but they run the film to spec. And so it's like, look at it in the PC world. Like, there's only so many manufacturers for like flash storage. There's only so many manufacturers for like particular things, and then everybody slaps their branding on it. So it's like it's always a new concept when I'm talking to new people, but like there's people that have been in the field for a while that watch too, so everybody kind of understands. Okay, so where does Lexan come from? It either comes from Korea or China, one of the two. South Korea and China, they both manufacture a lot of window film. The South Korean film, generally speaking, holds a higher standard. China, they'll tell you one thing, and what you get is kind of that thing, but it's always hard to trust China for like high quality on particular things. Yes, it's Korean. Okay. I'll take somebody's word for it. Generally speaking, it's been better. But there's like, just like in any industry, there's not really any magical solution to cheap. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Reno's a South Korean film. Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of the carbon nano ceramics that you saw run into the market, most came from Asia. From what I understand from talking to people, I'm not talking direct with pretty much any manufacturers. So, a lot of people, it's a lot of hearsay, but you get some commonalities in your discussions with different types of people, so you can kind of narrow some stuff down. But yeah, generally speaking, a lot of nanocarbons, nanoceramics, those have been an Asian technology. America is, from like a couple of years ago, trying to catch up to some of that manufacturing. So I can feel the headrests wiggle at this point. So they're like a ½ inch from coming out, but they're not going to come out. Seats don't go forward. Good job, Lexus. Where's my white towel? There's my white towel. So if you're looking for a good film, just ask around the groups and stuff like that. Search, look for reviews, look for general installer feedback, look for people posting problems about the film. All those good things. That's the best way that you can make any sort of informed decision before you pull in a film. But just know, if you're buying a film below a certain price range and you're hoping it's going to be just as good as the films categorized in the same, so like a color staple dyed, a carbon, a ceramic, if you're all of a sudden, like, you look at them and they're all kind of around this price range, and then you see one down here for this price range, know that that one down there is probably not going to do it for you. It might, but at the end of the day, are you really saving that much? Because there's a video I gotta make that basically, if you're doing installs for $100, like full sides and back installs for $100, you're just making more headaches for yourself, even if the film is substantially more inexpensive. You'll be able to get more customers, but you'll have a bunch more headaches. All right, we need this guy and this guy, because we got a third brake light in the way. And then we're gonna grab a reach. No, not a reach. What the fuck's it called? Shortcut. Where ironically, we don't take shortcuts. Crease central on that back window? Not at all. These, they're just air ripples. There's no creases here. I don't think it goes down that way though. I'll double check. Yeah, no, you don't know this Lexus. This one doesn't fall down as far as I can tell. It doesn't have a seat that looks like it falls down either. All right. Some people are memeing. Crease central. Get the fuck out of here. All right, this guy. Let's see. Time to take a look-see at what this back window looks like after we wipe it with a clay bar. Is it clean? It should be. I would love for it to be. Ew. Never fails. It's been consistent with fucking every back window. You see that? All right, look at this side. Pretty clean. Ew, gross. O2 Maxima? They should be pretty easy. I don't have anything specific to tell you about them other than Altimas, Maximas, those are always pretty straightforward cars. So you should look forward to that one. All right, so let's go. Hey, we got it. Ew. And it starts. Name something more satisfying than tint. I'm glad I'm glad you appreciate it at that level. From what I've seen, there's people that appreciate fucking disgusting detailing a lot more. So have you seen like handful of detailing channels or power washing, stuff like that? That's really taken off a lot. Hey, tint stuff. I'm Allie. I'm a huge fan. Thanks, dude. Glad you like the channel. Detailing sucks. Ooh. We're gonna look it over. We got a little bit down at the bottom. Gonna wipe this off, just looking for anything major. What is that? Watching the water get pushed in crisp cuts. Thanks, man. Do I have to shrink the back window? No, you can just put it in. But let me know how it goes for you after you do it. You can tint any which way that you want. Okay, we're gonna spray it down, wipe it off, see what she looks like. Where's my scrubby? We're pretty much at the end. Just gotta clean up. Probably a little bit of touch up. DM Daniel back at it again with the black tint. We got a little bit to push out. Where is, there, these guys, right down here. Do you have any thoughts on dry shrinking all the windows? It's not beneficial. So the reason that you're doing it on a back window is to save you time. Doing it on a door, there's much less that has to actually be shrunk. So trying to dry shrink it with like some dryer sheets and shit like that, you're just wasting time. But doing it on a back window, you have a lot more surface. So when you try and wet shrink it, it can take a lot longer. In and out, in and out, in and out. Looking good. Get the light on it just right. We got a little something there? We might. We're a little guy right there. Gonna take care of that. Everything down here is good. touch-ups. We are fully into touch-ups. So there's like little like, what do you say? Like an eyelash, like a teeny tiny hair. Just right at the top though. So we're gonna peel this guy back. There he is. Oh, I love when they're at the top, because then you can like see it. And where is it? Right in here. The dot matrix? No. You're not gonna be able to, you gotta let it dry out. So you're gonna have to like heat it up and dry it out in order to have like any chance at trying to get it to stick down. I haven't seen anything very successful though. Yeah, right here. We bumped it, but she is super fine. Super chat. Thanks, man. Touch up. Is it a touch up super chat? Sorry, 1 second. I gotta take care of this guy first. Yeah, that guy. Just get him moving. Ooh, we got another one. Ooh, yeah, that's better. Thank you for both of those super chats. I really appreciate it. Give me just a second. Let me finish this up, and then we had little guy, just like a loop right here, and it was full of, like, it has water, so you're not going to be able to see it, so delivery wouldn't have been a problem. But then give it a couple of days, that shit's going to dry out, and that shit's going to stand out like a sore thumb. Not something that we can let go. So good news is that it was at the top where it was pretty easy to get to. But it was one of those that's like really thin. It can bury itself a little bit, and it's really tough to get it out and still be able to see it, because as soon as you like touch it, it like disappears. But it can still be there. You can't, it wasn't like thick enough so you could feel it. But we good. We are good on that. Toss this stuff in the bin. Oh, we got a little bubble right there. Almost good. Where are you? Right there. Almost. It's one of those goddamn stubborn ones. We good now? Hey, we moved it. Moved it down to here. God damn it. Love third brake lights. They always make my life fun. But if we don't take care of it now, gone. Not gone. Almost. It's at the very edge. Right here. Where did I get my tool cart? That one was off of Amazon. The tool cart was $500. It's a beta. It's a beta like cart thing. It all collapses. It's really, really cool. It's not, I wouldn't say the build quality is like quite on point with $500, but the functionality is definitely there. There was nothing else quite like it when I bought it. But yeah, it's, I don't know, some European tool manufacturer. So you can't find it. You're not going to be able to go in Lowe's or anything and find it. Yay. Bro, where were you before? The brake light comes out easy, you slide to the right and then pull it out? Oh, okay. I'll remember that for next time, but on these ones, I get a little bit unsure. Because there's some that like look like they pop out really, really easy. And there's some of them that connect in funny ways to the deck lid, and they don't. So when it's got enough room to sweep on top of it, that's what I do. But as you can see, when you have like a couple of air bubbles and just trying to get the right type of leverage on it, can get exhausting. So we're gonna wipe this down. All the air bubbles and stuff down there that we're taking care of. Always hate that. Sometimes you go through all that and then you have like that one stubborn air bubble that like fell off of the defrosters as you were squeegeeing everything else out. And then it runs into a spot and gets stuck. And then you're playing jump in and out of the car for the next 15 minutes trying to get it done. But if I were to let that sit, then it would have been locked in there. So something I had to take care of now, for sure. But I'm glad I did. Shit looks good. Turned out really, really nice. Thank you. Yeah, dude, this looks good. So, with that, we'll pop back over. I think we're good. Nope. Oh, he was just making sure he did. Okay, cool. Fun, fun. I'm tired. Whew. For the most part, that was fine. But then there's just that little bit when you like, that's where you guys will notice. The more you do this, you get to the, not the end, but you run into these parts where like you start to get like, you know, the weather's warm, you start to get tired, and then you run into the same problem over and over, and it gets really frustrating. So like trying to touch something up on the outside, you hop in and out of the car sometimes like 10, 15 times just for like some little touch-ups. This happens sometimes. It's never fun when it does, but I'll have to remember that brake light tip on these ones, but I hardly ever get these. So maybe we'll see them more in here. I really don't see Lexuses very much, so it's really cool to have them here. Okay, cool. So those two super chats, Dana and Reina with both of them, with the $2 and a $10. Touch up? Nah. Always have a little bit of touch up for me. I like to just go over and like if I missed a little bubble, if I missed like a little point that I can press down a little bit better, that's what I try and do. Thank you. Thank you again for those super chats. Those are great. Yeah, a lot of super chats today. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. What's the max today? Not super chat, just like, where did we peak today? Restream, analytic. Oh, it's gonna tell me afterwards. Wow, we had a lot of people show up today. It's cool. I know it's been a minute since we've done one of these, but literally this has been the most recent full car that I've had in the studio. Had a little bit of small work, and I still have like one small thing that's coming in on Saturday. But, you know, getting inquiries, my marketing stops on Sunday of last week. And anytime that happens right now, I notice a hard decline in any type of messages or inquiries or whatever. But I'm going to be going forward with a different type of marketing. So I was mixing Facebook Pixel into my website, and then we're going to make some target audiences doing that. So I'm letting that build up a little bit before we go forward with some more marketing. So there's probably going to be a little bit of a lull right now. I don't know. Somebody just asked about a 2015 Charger. Oh, he went through the whole thing. Interesting. Would you like to schedule an appointment? I got to make a video on my chatbot. It's pretty fun. Do you customers ask you about tint brands? No, not really. Tinters ask about tint brands. Most customers, I'd say if you're like in a hotter climate, it's really just on market saturation. So like if I've heard down in Florida, you get a lot of people more asking for 3M or Lumar because those are the only ones that have like any type of name recognition on some scale. And then you have some that have a little bit better social marketing right now. But by and large, yeah, by and large, customers don't know much about film brands. So whatever you show them, you just want it to look clean, like as far as the marketing and the material, and make it look like the company is a company. That helps a lot. So other than that, you're pretty much trying to sell yourself and your skill, and they trust you to put a good film on the car. So they'll look into like your reviews. They'll look into your history, pictures that you posted, stuff like that. Why sometimes that I'm pushing bubbles on the window? Why sometimes that I'm pushing bubbles on the bottom corner? I put the heat gun and try pushing them down. It looks like white spots. What am I doing wrong? Thanks for your videos. I love them. Thanks, man. It could be dirt spots. So if you have dirt in your install and you swipe out all the water, they'll look similar enough. But when you swipe them out and it leaves behind little white spots, that's usually dirt. So try again. Try cleaning it out a little bit more, reinstalling it, and then hopefully it'll go better the second time. Thank you for another great learning experience. Dude, you're welcome. Thanks for everybody for hanging out. This was fun. I'm just a little like, ugh, from that back window at this point. Even though it was an easier one, I don't have any good excuses on it. Just had those little spots that started to stay behind. Got to put a little extra pressure, and with a bulldozer, you don't have a lot of good leverage, but I'll try and remember the brake light. Same with Camrys. Oh, okay. So these ones are pretty much like the Camrys. I gotcha. Cool. Alrighty. Well, thanks guys so much for hanging out. This was fun. We did 5% all the way around. So if we go to this. Ooh. Damn. It's dark. They were trying to decide between 20 and 5. They were going with 5 on the back and 20 on the front, and the last minute changed to 5 all the way around. So they want to come back and do the windshield sometime, but we'll go a little bit later. When is the next live? Not sure yet. Depends on when we have another car. There's a good chance Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday. One of those days we'll have one, I hope. But as of right now, I don't have anything 100% lined up. But I'll keep you guys posted in like the groups or something. So, but thanks you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, what was that? Hey, Matt, knocked out many cars in the past weekend, but back windows have been easier with a glass aid instead of using the drop light. Thanks. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Thank you for that little comment at the end. I'm glad you like it. So, on a good note, cool. We'll end things. Thanks, guys, so much for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.